guys like me left out there, and I feel kind of like I'm a one-man wolf pack out here training these quarter of horses, or as they, in the more derogatory term, mini donkeys. These are majestic beasts. Man, I tell you what, it's a beautiful morning. We got us a good one started. I've got some high expectations for this one in the round pen, and a good rope here. I'm trying to find my flag because I really like to disengage their hips, get the front end moving, but I might just have to use AQHA. You guys stay tuned because this is going to be one heck of a show. Really good breeding on this this animal here, and I tell you what, it's just going to be. I've really got high hopes for this one. Let's do this. It's like that movie Gladiator when Maximus goes to the ring and he's like, I fight for such and such, and this is no different. This is where the rubber meets the road, and whoa. So, because this could get pretty hairy. Understand that I'm both friend and foe. Just doing a little bit of moving, kind of get their mind right, because oops, almost said the D word. This quarter of a horse. Look at that. Smart, licking her lip. See that? She's learning something. Smart. Everyone wants to talk about donkeys. I call these quarter of a horse because these are quarter of a horse. The size, their brains are about the quarter of a size, and so is their heart. But I really think their heart's bigger than a horse, to be honest. Ow! Got me walked in your way. Oh, yeah. Oh, wild one. This is where the magic happens. Look at that. Pressure and release right there. You see that? Smart. And I call this the original AQHA, the original American Quarter of a Horse Association. The paperwork's extensive. This is something that we've got to stick with, or someday it may never come back. They connect with you better when you get on their eye level. Majestic. All right. Do a little jump rope. You can pull her to it. Oh yeah, just a little bit. I know you've got greatness in you, little one. And this quarter of a horse here, we call her Clarice. She goes back to the donkey that Balaam rode when he was going to go curse Israel, that talked to him. And then also, that was on the top side, and the bottom side goes back to the donkey that carried Mary into Bethlehem. So, we're really riding and training a piece of history right here. It's such an honor and privilege to be in this position, and I just want to thank our breeders to bring me such an opportunity as this. It's a little known fact that this is where some of the greats started. Dale Brisby, Buster Frierson, the guy that makes the horses lay down, and the one that puts them in the back of his trailer. I can't remember his name, but he's great. There's no wiggle room. You've got to be on 100%. This is why I feel I'm kind of like the last one out there. I'm going to pass on to our children, because if it stops with me, I don't know who else is doing this. They're hard, but it's worth it. This here is the next generation of the AQHA, American Quarter of a Horse Association, and she's really happy. Okay, have fun. Today, to be honest, was a little challenging. I maybe bit off a little more than I could chew. My training was all there. I went back to my PowerPoint slides. I did it by the textbook. I will not give up on the AQHA, because this industry is just, it's worth fighting for. You've got to stay in the game. I think I got a new prospect coming. She should be here in 3 or 4 days. A little bit younger, out of the same kind of breeding. just a little bit smaller, and look that way they don't really manhandle me quite as much. And I'm really excited for this one. And you're gonna have a challenging ass every now and then. But you gotta stay in the game. And when life is an ass, you've got to keep on pushing.